Crimechurch, read by the author Michael Botur. Jade, Chapter 6, 10,000 Ks from Canterbury. Gridlock is berserky-zerk outside Bangkok Airport. There's gazillions of Thai people here. It's so muggy, it feels like the atmosphere is nipping JD's back, and I keep flinching. I keep turning around, knuckles up, ready to punch the air. I fight through taxis, I fight through tuk-tuks to the sprawling bus station where brown grime clings to all the muttering vehicles, and little boys have to squirt the windows and wipe with newspaper. JD needs to get aboard a bus. I'm just not sure what one. I'll ask a smiley person, because, man, people smile a lot here. Their grins are like, I don't know, children of the corn or something. I follow this teenager boy into the toilets, and I put my finger on his chest real firm, and yeah, he tells me what I need to know. Because it turns out that there is a bus ride that'll take 4 hours, and it'll get me to another annoying bus station, impatient agent, sensation, persuasion. From there, I can get to this town called Prashwap Kitty Khan. And that's the place Bromwet wrote down in his instructions. The bus leaves the concrete and the aerials behind and takes us into the middle of nowhere where everything is green or brown, muddy farm roads and buffaloes and pools of water with plants sticking out of them everywhere you look. I spot bananas and coconuts hanging off trees. There are animals left, right and centre. Buffaloes come up and lick the aircon water that's trickling out the bottom of the bus. There's a frog in the bus's toilet. There are monkeys on the power lines. Skunky monkeys. And there are mosquitoes sniffing me as if they don't know what Jade Slattery will do to them when he catches them, because you don't nip JD. No matter how fast we go, there's the heat, man, the heat pinching and nipping and tickling. It's a flame boiling JD, and oh, JD's antsy. I'm fidgety, and this English boy who sounds like the Beatles tries to sit beside me and talk tourist stuff like we're the same, and like I care about his backpack that's 6 feet tall, and I'm like, bro, do I look like your equal? And finally, after 3 hours, here's the town, there's the gym, and I tap the bus driver on the shoulder and I give him this face that doesn't need translation. Driver man, either you stop the bus or I stop you, because this is where JD gets off. So the place Bromwet has told me to rock up at, it's the old meatworks. You can tell by the hooks and chains dangling from the corrugated iron ceiling. You can tell by the cattle pens, the windows, the sluices for all the guts. All the shirtless Thai guys inside, they're supposed to pause to acknowledge JD, but they don't. And for a place that's supposedly called the Land of Smiles, nobody's smiling at us. This is the second time this month that JD's been treated like he ain't important. And that's a real dangerous habit. You don't want to treat JD like JD ain't important. The boys around me are all ripped, their stomachs are hard, not rectangles like, I don't know, like bathroom tiles. I search for their leader to give him a slap, and I introduce myself. They've told JD that a crew is apparently the Taiwanese word for sensei. So I strut on up to the oldest man in the warehouse. He's got to be the crew. He's surprisingly fat and he's wearing jandals and shorts, and he has this big floppy black nipple tits dripping down under his t-shirt. The crew nods towards a bucket of water that's got some Oreo cookies beside it. Bro, I'm dizzy with hunger. JD hasn't eaten in, I don't know, a year. I munch the cookies down, I stick my head in the water like a pig, and I gulp the water up, and finally I get to my feet. So JD's ready to fight, I announce, putting my glasses in my pocket, wiping crumbs off my lips, flexing my fingers, about to knock some guys out, skull to ground, stomp them down. Oh, your bag of rice is your training partner, Crew says softly. He points to a dark corner of the warehouse. I ain't fighting a bag of rice, bro. Don't you got any idea who I am? I'm about to knock him out when he bows and he goes, Sawadee! And 2 sets of heels and ankles flicker in front of my eyes, and that's JD, put to sleep on the concrete, 10,000 Ks from Canterbury. When I wake up, I tell them my name 5, 6, 10 times. They're still not impressed. It's like JD doesn't have any reputation in Asia whatsoever. They told JD is overfed. They told JD he's spoiled. They pinch my flesh and they mutter, "Oh, fang pizza." Pang pizza means pizza dough. I take a few swings at people, but they're really good at sidestepping and swatting me away, and my arms get knackered and it's almost not even worth smacking people anymore. I'm like a mosquito trying to take a nip. The crew spits warm Thai beer on my glasses and he sweeps my legs out and he stomps on my fingers. They tell me that 1 million farang come to the south of Thailand every year. Farang is the colour of bread, farang is the colour of wood, farang is the colour of cardboard. You're the colour of potato, farang, you pizza crust, you pepper ghost. They try to make JD cry and run away and suck my thumb, but I realised after a couple of days of hanging around, getting bullied, that training has started. And I'm right in the middle of it, and JD needs to sit this one through. They smack my ears for 2 hours each day to kill the nerves on the side of my head so I won't flinch when I get hit there. They throw water bottles at my head whenever I'm not watching my back. JD tries to follow them home and give the naughty young man a time out one night, but they jump on their scooters and drive away slowly, just a few metres ahead of JD, taunting me, being bullies while I sprint behind them. I collapse after a mile panting. I turn around and run back to the gym. I have to sleep on a mountain of bagged rice. Farang think they master the Thai. Thai have no master. This fella beer pong is standing over me. Birds are shouting in the trees. The sun is getting out of the water. The dude's got gigantilism, so he's like 7 feet tall with ears that stick out like a kangaroo. Second week I'm there, I smash a vase of flowers over Pierpong's head to try and knock him out and establish dominion over the animals, like in Genesis book 1 verse 26, but he just looks at me. He's hurt. He's unhappy. He whips his knee up under my jaw, crunching my teeth. These hidings aren't good for JD's head, honestly. JD's skull is like a broken vase put back together with a hot glue gun, and I can feel brain cells leaking out between the cracks. So JD's universe, it used to seem like a triangle. There was just 3 sides. There was Crims, there was Stratos, and there was JD. And after 2 weeks in Thailand, though, I'm thinking the shape has got so many sides it might as well be a circle. Who'd have ever thought the world was circle-shaped? We train, we eat rice, we guzzle water, we wash the windows, we hose teeth off the concrete, moncrete. We don't beef, we don't rest, we don't text, we don't speak English. It's like a week of swimming underwater before my head comes up and I'm understanding Thai a little bit. Sawadee, bat, sok ti, tikaho, knees, elbows, nak moi, that means warrior. Then there's chok ti, goodbye that you give a bully in the ring before you send him on his way with a chock in the guts with a teep to the face. Chock teep, chop teep, chop tee. We put on exhibitions for the local cops. They pay us a few baht. That's like Asian bucks. JD gets his own sleeping bag, his own mop, his own scooter. Every time I hoon past another gym on my scooter, I spot some farang outside smoking a cigarette and I get a little stiffy. Yeah. That farang is going to get a hiding. Nothing I love better than smashing farangs. I think they're better than JD. Farangs come from England, from Germany, from Canada, from Australia. Pizza dough rude dudes all think they can conquer Thailand. Bro, if you could conquer Thailand, would have happened ages ago. These farang, I can see their blue eyes even when I'm passing at 80 k's an hour on the scooter that the boys have given me. Some of these white devils, they even wave as if they got something in common with JD just because my skin is cracker colour like them. Every day on CNN, another white biker from Holland or Hamilton is arrested at dawn, surprised and outmanned, shirtless in front of some palm trees with guns pointed at his ribs. The Thai police, they got this thing about making people lie with their face in the sand and putting a foot on their knuckles, kicking all the crumbs out of Thailand. I support it. JD supports, yo. Pigs for the win. Because you try stomping on Thailand, Thailand stomp on you, farang. Even though JD is a top echelon predator back home, here in Prashawap Kirikan, I get made to start at the bottom and work my way up. A John Grandmaster makes me beat this ladyboy in a fight so that I can move up to the manlier Katoi ladyboys. There are all these combinations of diddles and pussies in Thailand. You can be anything. You can be Tom Gee, you can be Tom Gay, Tom Cherry, Angie. They hang around the gym normal as anything, and some of the boys root them. I try to tell my boys that where I come from, it's not cool to have bum boys mixing with normal people. You could get a time out from that. You get a slap from JD. Still, the ladyboys push pads at me and beat me into a corner, and they scream, "Sawadee Frang!" cackling, and some of them get good punches in. They seem like bullies inside the ring, and JD gets defensive, and next it seems like they're giving up real intimate knowledge, and JD should be grateful. They press a Mong Kong circle of twine around my head. They show me how to pray to the four winds and the four corners of the ring as I'm limbering up to fight. They have JD begin the religious stuff, and then they sweep JD's feet out and put a knee in JD's jaw as I'm on the mat. They teach me the Waikru Runaway war dance. They show me how they pay tribute to teachers, ancestors, parents. They surprise me with the funsock elbow strike in the nose, and then they gently brush the sticky hair out of my eyes as I'm choking on my own blood. These people, man. You know what is honestly like a whole country of JDs. They make JD do 1,000 sit-ups, jog 10Ks, gulp 6 litres of water every day. JD's kind of tired, but finally after 4 weeks, a cat named Wanto and good old Pia Pong understand that it's Chanchai who set JD up, who sent me here, and they need to follow orders from Chanchai back in Christchurch, so they pull me aside for a conversation after lunch. We speak half Farang, half Thai. I mention I'm here to destroy China too, just like them, and they get all interested, rubbing their palms together and saying, "Check this, check that." In the bathroom, the boys show me on a map how massive China is, and then they zoom in on some city called Krungthep that I've never heard of. They tell me Krungthep is the proper name for Bangkok. They highlight the quarters of the city that are run by Jeks. They're trying to say that if you kill 10 Chinese Jeks, another 9 will spring up straight away, so you gotta go all in if you're declaring war. Wanto and Piapong smoke on their pipe, tilt their heads back, and lick the fumes coming out of their nostrils. They keep glancing around, making sure that the Ajan isn't close by. "Are you ready for war, Jess Larry?" The dude is asking me if JD is ready. I spin this yarn about the time I made a war in my own backyard. The power got cut off, so there was no TV to watch. I was 7 and I wanted animals to hurt like the way Mum made JD hurt all the time. So I shook up a big jar of spiders and wasps I collected, and I rolled the jar into the backyard and made them fight. Got a real nice stiffy as I watched the spiders and the wasps. "It's 100% ready," he tries to say to me. JD's 110. JD's 200. JD's 300% ready, I tell them. Doesn't matter who we're up against. JD came for a war.